Absolutely. Let's go ahead and go over ether. If you're new here, my name's Sandra. I love old books. This is my set of encyclopedias from the 1890s, the Chambers encyclopedias, and the chosen ones absolutely despise me. They've already taken a channel. I did get it back, luckily, but I have another one. I'll have it tagged too. Make sure to follow me there. And if y'all could like, share, repost, comment, all that good stuff that I hate having to ask y'all to, but there's no way they're going to push out these videos. Ether, or ether. Many physical phenomena are supposed to be due to the propagation of a state of stress or motion through a medium filling all space. Such a medium is called an ether. The theory of propagation through an ether is the exact opposite of the theory of direct action at a distance. Newton said that it was inconceivable to him that anyone who was capable of thinking correctly in such matters could admit that direct action at a distance was possible. He suggested that gravitation might be due to diminution of pressure in a fluid-filling space in the neighborhood of material bodies. Sir W. Thomson has shown that this diminution of pressure would be accounted for if we suppose that each particle of matter is a source at which an incomprehensible fluid is being constantly created at a rate of proportional to the mass of the particle, the fluid being also constantly annihilated at an infinite distance. Or, conversely, we might suppose that the fluid is created at infinity and absorbed and annihilated at each particle at a rate proportional to its mass. In either case, the motion of the fluid would be greatest in the neighborhood of material bodies. But it is a known fact in hydrodynamics that in a fluid, the pressure is least where the speed of motion is greatest. Thus, the state of stress assumed by Newton would be accounted for. Light and the so-called radiant heat are supposed to consist in waves of transverse vibrations which are propagated through the ether. Indeed, the phenomena of interference, see light, cannot be explained in any other way. Similarly, electric and magnetic effects are supposed to be due to the propagation of some state of stress through an ether. But it would be utterly unscientific to fill space over and over again with a new medium for every special phenomena which has to be explained in this way, and it seems probable that one medium can explain all. Now, kind of weird, I'm going to go back and finish, but there's just a random 184 down here underneath it, and it's not the page, because the page numbers are at the top, so I'm not sure, because it doesn't go with the sentence. I'm not sure why there's a random 184 there, but it's going to bother me now. Maxwell has assumed the existence of and has investigated the state of stress in a medium through which electromagnetic action is propagated. The equations which he obtains are identical in form with the equations of motion of an elastic solid, and the rate of propagation of an undulation is, in his theory, numerically equal to the ratio of the electromagnetic and electrostatic units. Sorry, my phone's dying. I hope it didn't mess that up. This ratio is found by experiment to be numerically equal to the speed of propagation of light. Thus, the medium which Maxwell assumed in order to explain electrodynamic phenomena is identical in his electromagnetic theory of light with the lumiferious medium, and the theory gives an explanation for reflection, refraction, single and double, and various other phenomena. Additional support has lately been given to the theory by the experiments of Hertz and others, which prove the existence of these electromagnetic undulations and show that they have properties identical to those of light. See electricity and light. Y'all, there is a huge section on electricity. I mean, like 15, 20 pages. The ether seems to be of the nature of an elastic solid, and in order to account for the immense rapidity of its vibrations when radiation passes through it, its rigidity must be expressively large compared to its density. It may be asked how, if this be so, the Earth can move through the ether at a rate of nearly 1,000,000 miles per day. But if we consider that shoemaker's wax is so brittle a solid that it splinters under the blow of a hammer, and that it yet flows slowly like a liquid into the crevices of a vessel in which it is placed, and that bullets sink slowly down through it and corks float slowly up through it, the motion of the earth through the ether does not seem so incomprehensible. The bullet moving through the wax experiences great resistance to its motion when it has to move, say an inch in some weeks. But if we give it some years to move an inch, the resistance would be very small. So it may be that the motion of planets through the ether is relatively much the same as that of the bullet moving from excessive slowness through the wax. From magneto-optic phenomena, it seems certain that something of the nature of molecular rotation is going on in the ether. See matter and vortex. Also, do y'all want me to go over these other things? Just leave me a comment and let me know. There is no evidence of the existence of a condensational rare fractional wave, as in the case of sound and air, in the ether. In the electromagnetic theory, it is got rid of from its velocity being infinite. In a theory of the ether recently advanced by Thomson, in which it is supposed to have negative comprehensibility and to be made stable by being infinite or having rigid boundaries, the speed of propagation of the condensational rarefactional wave is zero. The question of a contractile ether has been previously considered by Green, but was dismissed by him with the statement erroneous, as Thomson has shown, that it is essentially unstable. The theories of an ether of zero or positive comprehensibility lead to results which are inconsistent with experiment. On the other hand, Thomson's theory leads to a known experimental results, as also does the electromagnetic theory. So translation, it doesn't go along with the lies that they have told us this whole time, so they have to say there's no possible way that it could be real. So should we go over these other things, and what else do y'all want me to go over?